right, what up? It's Ruben from TG, and I want to talk to you about SMCI because this is a move that you do not want to miss. All right. First, let's take a look at the community. I just want to recap what happened here. About 11 days ago, I said, hey, we're going to take SMCI because it's giving us a signal to go to the upside. And what ended up happening is that it actually went, let's take a look at this real quick. It went from this level right here, right, which was pretty much 45, and we took it all the way to 50 in just like a couple of days, right? And we also banked on not just calls, which he closed calls at 18%. I believe we sold around 50 or 60% on calls. And Amanda closed calls here at 18%. The SMCI shares, we closed at 7%. I mean, this was a really good trade, right? And what happened was that our tool Gextron here was telling us that this level has not changed, okay? This is the 50 level. And if we take a look at that, ever since that huge jump, it's been idling here for the last few days, pretty much for a whole week. This area has been struggling to get above practically this 50 area, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much 4 days, right? That I try to retest it. And so now today it gave us a signal, okay? It closed at $50.02. Now, this to me is, yeah, it barely closed above 50 today, but this is on a daily time frame, which is pretty important, okay? The bigger the time frame that stock can close at, the better. And I think it's a better strength signal, and it barely closed above, right? So the question is that is tomorrow going to open up above 50, or is it going to get rejected? Okay, if it can stay and hold above 50, this can give us a good opportunity to the next targets here, which we're aiming actually for this price target. 61.96, somewhere around here. That's pretty much our first profit taking zone right there. And so what we're doing is that we're playing call options that are about a year out, and we're going to have shares as well too. Okay, but here's the thing with SMCI: this 50 level is really important because this is the start of an expansion for the month, and so we actually foresee this going past 60, maybe to 70, maybe to 80. So that's somewhere around a 40 to a 50% return in just the stock alone, right? And we want to capture that, of course, with shares and also with call options if we can capture that movement, right? And you can see here that past 50, the resistance level gets weaker and weaker as of right now, right? This data can always change. This is Gextron. This is a tool that I built that we use inside our TGE Max members to give us like the most ideal support and resistance levels, and not like that are right now, and also forecasting future. Okay, so as of right now, you can see it gets weaker and weaker. As it gets weaker, then we get a little pop right here, and then past that gets there's practically nothing, and then we get a pop right here around the 60. Okay, that's what you see here. So 54 and then 60, and then we have our price target right here, our first one. Okay, so that's why we like SMCI. This is why we think that this is going to have a huge explosion up in the next few months here. Okay, because this 50 is key. Okay, and we need this month, the month of July, to close above 50. If it could do that, this has a good potential again for a lot of upside potential movement. Okay, it's just a matter of holding through some volatility and whatnot. Okay, but that's what we're doing. But here's the catch, though, right? Here's the catch. This data can change tomorrow. That's just the truth, right? The stock market is a living, breathing, dynamic animal. Okay, and it's just like any sport. You know, we have a playbook and we'll read it, but when things are shifting and we need to call an audible play, then we will do so, right? And so if you don't want to miss that type of movement, if you want to know how we're reacting to SMCI when we get in, when we get out, when we take our profits, I'll put a link in the description for you to check out the Telegram channel. And yeah, that's it. That's it for SMCI. This is a short video, but this is one that you don't want to miss. Okay, just keep an eye out for this 50. If you can stay above 50, you got at least 54 and 60 coming in. All right, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.